Hey, what is going on, truth lovers? And welcome back to the courtroom and hopefully a tiny bit of progression.
Well, you keep asking us all these questions about everything we've told you, so it seems like you don't believe our testimony. Is that right? Is it? Well, out with it.
What? No. Oh no, it's really not like that at all.
My husband's a policeman, remember? And I know what I saw. I remember every last detail. Everything. Oh, I know. What about the books the man dropped?
Oh, here we go.
I could tell you the names of every single one. I could. Every single one.
Here we go.
And you dare to question how reliable my testimony is?
Okay.
That will do.
No, it won't do at all. That Japanese lawyer has no idea what I'm capable of. Even if I decide to forgive him for insulting us, don't think for a minute that Rowley will.
I really didn't mean to cause offence. Please put your husband's fists down.
Perhaps you would like the opportunity to supplement your testimony.
Ah, we tricked her into it?
Might that appease you?
Okay.
Oh, thank you, my lord. That would settle things nicely. Wouldn't it, darling?
Go on. What books? Go on then, do it.
Hold it!
Yep. Hey, there was only 3 books. What's she saying 4? Discrepancy. I like that. Yeah, we know that there were books dropped at the scene of the crime, as you say.
Those purchased by the accused at the nearby second-hand bookshop on the day in question.
After I'd been to the police box for help, I decided to have a good look over the area for good measure. I am a proud policeman's wife, after all. I did it for Rowley.
And what was your husband doing at the time?
Oh, he was lying face down in the snow, getting some well-deserved rest.
What? What a weird anniversary.
He works ever so hard, you know. Ever so hard. Don't you, my darling?
Interesting way of guarding the scene of the crime. Yeah, that's well dodgy. I'll just step over this sleeping cop and stab this woman again and alter the evidence.
Well, seeing as you've regaled the court with tales of your powers of recollection, would you be so kind as to recount the titles of the books you observed at the scene?
I'd be happy to. Now, are you all listening? There was the picture of Monsieur somebody or other, and What's at Yearnings. Then there was a meal for someone, and the last one was definitely the thingamy something.
What?
You see?
Yes, I see there are 1 or 2 holes in your memory.
Oh well, they were along those lines, I'm quite sure.
There were indeed books found at the scene with titles along those lines, as you put it.
Well, what did I tell you? So I think it's very mean the way you've been implying that my testimony can't be trusted. Don't you agree, darling? Yank.
A gun? What? Anyone who upsets my Patricia will have me to answer to. You're a cop, man. Calm down. Or just fall back asleep, even better.
Terrifying.
What? Yeah, she really is. So that's it, is it? Damn it! We gotta do a bit of mashing right now. No, not Kazuma. That's 2 damn episodes in a row you've made me sad. Okay, so...
So if we just present the receipt, right? She said there's 4 books, so someone else must have been there. Oh, music stopped. We did it. So you're saying that there were 4 books? That's right. I remember all of them. Yeah. So I think it's that last one, the Thingamy something.
I'm sorry about your damn luck.
But there is a fundamental flaw in that statement of yours. Oh no, what flaw?
It's too bad that I'm too damn good. Simply that at the scene of the crime there were only 3 books, not 4.
What?
This is the receipt from the bookshop where the defendant bought his books.
Your books? Yes, and it details his purchases that day.
But as you can see, only 3 books are listed.
Only 3? But no, that can't be. I remember seeing them. There were 4 books, I tell you. 4 dirty old books. Maybe, Herlock Sholmes took one. Oh, really? Have a good look at this photo of the scene of the crime. 3 books. As you can clearly see from this evidence as well, there were only 3 books. But I just don't believe it. I saw them there. I swear it. I saw them.
No, madam. I'm afraid your powers of observation cannot be relied upon.
That is tricky though. Like, just because someone didn't get the exact number of books on the floor, right? Surely you can't then be like, right, everything else she said is bollocks then, and we can let this potential murderer walk free. Surely it can't work like that. So it cannot be denied, though you say it was the defendant you saw.
You could very well be mistaken.
Oh no, no.
Goddamn, girl voices make my throat tickle. Objection!
It's plainly evident that it is your powers of deduction that cannot be relied upon, my learned Nipponese friend.
What?
Where do you keep getting these glasses from?
What cannot be denied is that these 2 witnesses saw the accused running from the scene.
Yeah, but if there's an extra book there, someone else may have been there, and that person could have done the old stabbing.
A fact that you know very well you have no hope of disproving.
Ah!
So, you've striven to avert attention from that by dint of some inconsequential discrepancies. Would that be fair?
Ugh, he sees right through me.
But your plan has somewhat recoiled against you.
What are you talking about?
It's quite simple, let me explain, with some toast.
Hell yeah, butter that shit up.
To the policeman's wife and her entirely accurate testimony in every respect.
No, this can't be.
Oh!
You see, the matter is not up for debate. At the scene on Briar Road, a total of 4 books were most definitely found.
Yeah, but just let me finish, come on! All these objections, you can't even get your damn point across. But what about the photo? It only shows 3 books.
Quite right, only 3 can be seen in that print.
Damn, have we got a second picture? That print? You mean to say? Nice. He only had a sip. Be amazing if that wine's like 400 years old as well. Just the most expensive vintage he's just chucking into the flames.
Allow me to present another, one that shows the victim's hand.
Ah, the victim's book, of course. Looks like it's been burnt.
I don't believe it. It's the 4th book.
As you will observe, the fourth book was hidden from view in the original print by the victim's torso.
No. No! Lot of no's.
Order! Order!
There, you see? You see? Look at that! Look! 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 Yes. It's just like I said, isn't it, my darling?
Yes, sir. Patricia's always right, sir.
Let us study the receipt for the books purchased by the accused on the day in question. The titles once again, if you please.
Oh yes, of course.
The picture of Monsieur Lecoq. Canterbury Earnings. A meal for Gaboriau.
Gaborio?
As the court has just heard, the witnesses remembers the book titles flawlessly, save for a few minor details.
Well, it's not flawless if it's in any way wrong. You idiot!
Her powers of recollection can only be described as exceptional.
Did you hear that, Rowley? The gentleman paid me a compliment.
Grab your gun, Rowley. Don't let him talk about your wife like that. Yes, sir. Flawless, sir. Patricia is flawless. But there were only 3 books on the receipt. And she mentioned 4.
There's nothing surprising about that.
Well, I guess it was the victim's book, right?
Clearly the fourth book is that which is shown in this photo.
I'm sorry, Counsel, but does that not seem odd? Why should the fourth book be omitted from the receipt?
Why would the woman be holding it?
It's not odd at all, my lord. As the photo clearly shows, the fourth book was found in the victim's clutches. In other words, it belongs to the victim.
The victim was holding her own book?
I wonder what became of that 4th book.
Don't tell me she was walking around reading as well and somehow backed up onto a knife or something awful.
Obviously, it wasn't overlooked by the investigating officers at Scotland Yard. I have it here as evidence.
Amazing. Give that to me now.
You will submit that and the aforementioned photo to the court, please, Counsel.
My pleasure, my lord.
Diddly-ding. There's a second photo of the scene taken by a policeman just after the incident. It specifically shows the victim hand. Right, it says by a policeman, but if he's asleep, he cannot be taking pictures. So bear that in mind. The fourth book! Oh, yo, music fade?
The prosecution rests.
Open it up. Can't find anything out of place. Boom.
Oh, look at this. The book has been badly burnt.
You're right, you'd never be able to read it in this state. Especially not the latter pages.
What a terrible waste. Judging from the scorched edges of the paper, I think the damage must have occurred very recently.
A book recently damaged by fire. Why does that seem to raise a red flag with me? Oh, could it have been in the victim's room? Because he's got a load of books stacked up against it's like a coin-operated gas meter or whatever. Okay. Interesting.
I have nothing further to add.
Good. He finally shut the hell up. What?
You seem surprised, but your resistance until now has been in vain. Entertaining, yes, but futile.
Well, that's optimistic.
The spurious longer route to the accused lodgings that you tried to establish in your summation examination, and the attempted discrediting of the witness's powers of recollection in your cross-examination.
Futile? I walked right into this, didn't I?
You see, everything we've said is true. Isn't that right, my darling?
Yes, Pat. Marry me, Pat. You're already married. Go back to sleep.
So, perhaps the ladies and gentlemen of the jury would like to reconsider their positions. Should the court waste any more time on this Nipponese travesty? Or is the decision you have to make all too apparent already?
Don't be a full sweep.
You have heard all of the witnesses and seen all of the evidence.
Damn.
This trial has run its course.
I'm afraid we're in a terribly precarious position.
I know, but if I fight back in the wrong way now, I can very well just make matters worse. Oh no! Well, of course we'll safety save. Okay. If we raise an objection, the only thing we've got is that the book is burnt, which doesn't seem relevant. If we wait and see, something may happen. You know, just, I don't know, maybe someone will shout out, we'll get an interruption. But for some reason I get the feeling if we raise an objection here, we may potentially not be able to back it up, which will cost us the life. But would you lose a life just from being a bit patient? I should just keep quiet now and see what happens.
Well, it appears the defence has no objection at this juncture. In which case...
Was I not clear? The case for the defence is in great danger.
Oh shit, yeah, I forgot she said that. Oops. Yes, I realised that, which is why I decided to let the sweat drip from my trembling brow in silence. Uh-oh. You're so right. Sorry, if I don't say anything now, it'll all be over. And it won't end well for us. I can't let that happen.
Hold it!
No, wait! The defence! Oh, no. Did we wait too long? No!
The defense will have to wait. Because that sapless hesitation cannot go unpunished.
What? You get punished for hesitating? Ah! Isn't your derisive finger-pointing punishment enough? Right, I kind of get the... I kind of want to load it. Just because the harder this gets, the more we will have to go into some sort of potentially really long loading cycle. So let's actually... Yeah. Fuck it. Uh-oh. But I don't actually know what was going to happen next. But this won't lose us a life, so it's cool. I'm not done yet.
No, my learned friend, it's over. That last cross-examination was your final chance to establish a credible defense, and you failed. The die has been cast. There is no more room for debate.
Well, it might be over as far as you're concerned, but... I can't think of what to say! This is bad.
If I may,
Hey, someone speaks out. Nice.
it seems somewhat boorish to close down the debate at this point.
Your insignificant little Eastern Isle must be a lawless hole indeed.
Damn. That's pretty ballsy thing to say, you scumbag.
For a lowly judicial assistant to have the audacity to intervene at a moment like this.
Oh,
Oh man. I am, to my shame, still a very inexperienced lawyer. So you will have to forgive me, but I consider my assistant's advice essential and her opinions invaluable.
One of this land's great guiding principles is tolerance. So, the court will hear you, madam.
Oh yeah, I suppose especially in this time period, just because of her gender, it would have been like, my god, a woman shouting out in court? Shut up! So, hey, they're being quite generous here and letting her save the day.
Very well. Pray, what insight can you give us?
Well, I suppose official legal people wouldn't be screaming shut up at witnesses in a courtroom. Well, she's not a witness, but you know what I mean.
What have we all overlooked in this matter that you see fit to pursue further?
Well, the court has been presented with new evidence, but only after the last cross-examination finished.
I see. And you believe that this new evidence warrants further examination, do you?
What do you think? It's just possible that this new evidence might be the decisive proof we've been waiting for.
Well, we haven't got any other options, so...
The judge is sure to ask the members of the jury to renounce their leanings in a moment.
That's bad.
And of course, he's sure to ask you to explain what the crucial piece of evidence is and why. So we must take this opportunity to examine the newly presented evidence as thoroughly as possible.
Yep, I understand, and thank you. This is it. She's managed to win us one last chance here. I can't let it go to waste. Smash the desk. The defence wishes to present evidence, my lord.
Very well. The defense may present one further piece of evidence.
Like we kept that life, eh? Whoo, baby.
Evidence that apparently offers a profound sight into this case and has hitherto been overlooked.
So, I reckon it's this or this, just because in the picture you can't see the burnt underside of the book, and not looking at the book properly, you don't see the burnt underside. Everything else... Ooh, updated... Not entirely sure what was updated with this, just because it says there in brackets, but yeah. Let's go for the physical book. Okay, music's still going, which is bad. The evidence in question is what we can now see from the newly presented photo of the crime scene. The fourth book found in the victim's hand. He's going to be like, show me exactly where it is.
We have already discussed the fourth book at length. Other than it being in the victim's grasp at the time of the incident, no significance has been attached to it. Pursuing the matter further would be a flagrant waste of the court's time, as you well know.
Ah!
Yes, I'm afraid, counsel, I must concur with the prosecution on this matter. When I afforded you this opportunity, you led the court to believe that the evidence in question contained a hitherto undiscovered clue. So I must insist that you elaborate, counsel. You will identify this clue at once. Do I make myself clear?
Oh, yes, my lord. It's,
I believe the prosecution is trying to avoid a thorough examination of the evidence.
Yeah, good point. If they can just waffle enough and keep the case moving, then, yeah, you don't really have time to jump in and everything just sounds really irrelevant.
Which means you may very well be on the right track.
I think you might be right. Here we go. I'm so confident I'm not even going to save.
So, counsel, precisely where is the vital clue to this case that the fourth book conceals?
Do it. Oh. Music's still going. I would ask the court to observe the back of the book in question.
The back? What do you? Good gracious! It's been burned to a crisp!
So we have to ask ourselves, why was the victim clutching what is clearly an unreadable book? It is undeniably an extremely unnatural thing for her to have been doing. Okay, that wouldn't really get you stabbed though, would it?
Unnaturally say, and what of it, my Nipponese friend?
Oh.
Were I to concede the point, if it bear no relation to the case, there is nothing to discuss. So, should you wish to assert that this fire damage is some veiled clue as to what happened that day, pray do enlighten us all. What truth does this charred book hide?
Now might actually be worth a save. It is almost time to call it a day, but let's try and make a right decision here. Is it a choice of 3? A charred book. There is just one possibility here, which I can't quite bring myself to rule out. It's an outside chance certainly, but worth a try. Alright, I'll explain my theory.
Don't keep us waiting any longer then, Counsel. Explain this theory of yours.
That actually sounds like a good point to leave it. So yeah, only about 30 seconds after where we last saved, but yeah. Righty guys, if you like the looks of any of the suggested videos flooding your screen at this very moment, check some of them out and more importantly, let me know what you thought. Because you know I love that justice feedback, baby. If you've missed any of the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles so far, then catch up. And of course, it's going to be interesting to see next episode what our version of events will be. Hopefully that gets us out of hot water. But the main thing is, guys, as always, I hope you're well. Thanks for watching, and see you again next time.